Okay, so when you're designing on a very strict budget, some of the things that you can do in order to keep within that budget are these things. One is to start with an inspiration piece within inside of your home and maybe inspiration pieces. So using things that you already have on hand, shopping the home, and gathering those out of places that they're not serving you anymore. That's one way. The other way is to sell anything that you're not using in the space that you're designing. And that can be tricky because some things are not really worth anything after we've put a lot of use into it, a lot of time into it, a lot of wear and tear into it. But some things are, and even $10 when you're designing on a, we'll say $300, $400 budget, even $10 is gonna go a long way. So if you can get 10 bucks from your neighborhood garage sale, online site, do it. It's worth the effort. But what I would say with that is because we don't want to necessarily fall into that trap of having too much and thinking, oh, I'm going to sell it again if it doesn't sell in a week. No, if it doesn't sell in a week, give yourself a deadline. If it doesn't sell, get rid of it. The other thing that you can do is be really mindful about the things that you're spending your money on. Now, if we know that the foundation pieces are the ones that are going to bring the most bang for your buck, that means floors and walls. And if you can design that first, then you can save your pennies for other things. Also keep thrifting in mind. So let me show you my inspiration pieces. These are all part of my aesthetic. So pretty much if you were to go anywhere in my home, these would land beautifully and naturally. So that is another reason why taking Pinterest 101 is so incredibly powerful, because things will flow together. I know that I can move the things I'm going to show you from one room to another in my general areas, right? Not in my kid's bedroom, not in my office necessarily, though that still is my own aesthetic or the same aesthetic, but it flows seamlessly, and that's what creates a cohesive looking home. So again, Pinterest 101 is for you if you're trying to figure out, why do I like all these things and I can't figure out how to make it work at home? Or why do I like it in the store and I can't seem to make it work at home? Or I keep buying and returning, or I like everything and I can't choose. Pinterest 101 will help you with that. Okay, so are you ready to see? These are some of the things that I have. These remind me of me, quite honestly, especially when I have long hair and I put it up. These are in my downstairs bathroom, and I've not really liked them there, but I love these prints. Here's one, and here is the other one. So those are gonna go into the laundry room, and I'm super excited because I am the lone girl in my house full of boys. Even the animals I share my space with are boys. So to have a home that is a room that's just a teeny tiny bit feminine is just gonna be so much fun. Okay, here's another thing I have on hand. I bought it, I don't know, at the beginning of the spring season, and I still haven't planted anything in here. And I know there is a plant, yes, a live plant that I can have in my laundry room with no natural light that is going to do just fine. I will tell you all about that later, and even where to get it for kind of inexpensive. Okay, here's another thing I have. Super excited about this. This is something I bought for my shop, actually, and it has one handle instead of two. It's supposed to be a magazine basket, and I bought it for my shop. I can fix it and sell it for my shop, but no, I'm gonna actually use it in the laundry room. Super excited about replacing this. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna use it for. This has been floating around for a while. You can see actually back here, my entryway carpet is black and white. I liked to have two because I do wash mine. Even when you say entry rugs say don't wash, I wash mine all the time because we bring dirt into the house all the time. So you can tell that one's black and white, this one's black and white. This one, however, is just a little bit thicker. And so being in front of the door is just not feasible. So that's gonna go live in my laundry room, and I'm so excited about it. And I love the little fringe I love just the little detail. I love the geometric pattern, and also kind of the polka dots. I just think it's so much fun. And then I have, oh, the other thing I want you to know, a way to save money is to use things you have on hand, not just shopping the house, but reusing supplies that you might not know that you have, but you might have them. So for example, we had extra molding. I am using that. I do have to buy 2 pieces, maybe just one. I'm hoping just one. And that's going to save me money. So the other thing I'm going to use is some extra, I'm gonna do a little bit of detailing on the wall, and I have those pieces of remnants left in my garage. So I'm using what I have before I purchase anything, including paint. So here's what I have for paint. I've already painted the walls. I did buy a gallon of paint. Again, I invested in my anchor pieces. I invested in the foundation pieces, my flooring and my walls. Those are foundational pieces that you do want to invest in. But I have some fun details. I don't want it to be all white. You've already seen that it's a little bit white. This is Annie Sloan chalk paint. I use that in my shop all the time. This is cocoa. This one is French linen. You can see it's a little bit grayish, a little bit more gray than brown. The cocoa is a little bit more brown than gray, but it's still a grayish. And then I have Paris gray. Now, the one I'm leaning towards is actually not one of the grays. It's actually the cocoa. And but I don't like that dark color. So I'm going to probably do a little bit of custom color, and that will be just fine. But I just need to make sure when you are making a custom color that you remember the ratio in case you need to do touch-ups. So I'll teach you how to do that too. Okay, one other thing that I'm super excited about. Now I'm gonna show you this and you might gag because I found it thrifting and something caught my eye on this, and I'm wondering if you might know what it is, but it caught my eye straight away, and I'm going to repurpose it into something really fun for the laundry room. So let me show you what it is. Okay, someone did a really great job of taking an art class, going to one of those wine and paint nights, whatever it was, and they don't want it anymore. You can tell that this is an amateur art, but this is what I love about it. I love this. I love this coloring right here. I love this side more than I love this side, which could be problematic for what I have in mind for it. But I am going to teach you how to create new art with kind of junk. I mean, this is really nice. Someone put a lot of effort into it. Really wonderful job for them. But it's not really something that you would want necessarily in your home unless you created it, your kid created it, whatever. So I am going to recreate that, and I'm going to teach you how so that you can go junking and be inspired to make one of your own. All right, so these are my inspiration pieces. These are some things I found around my home that I am using as inspiration pieces. That's going to keep my cost down because I don't want to have to go out and buy a whole lot of things. The money I am spending, remember $400, and $400 does not go very far when you are building something, when you are changing the foundation, the flooring and the walls. But I'm gonna stretch it as much as I possibly can, and then I'm going to honor that budget. So I have lofty goals for some pieces within my laundry room, and I might have to just wait and save. And so I'm gonna let you know if I reach that goal or not, and if I have to wait and save. All right, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll share a little bit more about what I'm going to be doing tomorrow with the floors.